Hey, what's going on? This is Daniel Weidlein at BioSoul Music, and I'm here to talk to you about some really cool new products from Hammock Hill Audio in Austin, Texas. I love trying out new gear, especially stuff that is made by hand, made with love, made here in the U.S. And I recently was put on to Hammock Hill and some really unique 500 series preamps that they're making. So in this video, we're going to talk about their L.O.G, which stands for lots of gain. And I've been trying it out in a whole bunch of different situations, and I think it's really beautifully paired with a mic like the one I'm talking to you on, this SM7, something that needs a lot of gain, as the title suggests. Any ribbon mics, any dynamic mics, especially ones that we know need a lot of gain. And so what makes this preamp really special is it has the turbo button, which gives you 20 dB of gain instantly on top of what already has a lot of gain on the stepped gain input. And, you know, most of us who use mics like an SM7 these days, unless you have really expensive preamps, are probably very familiar with inline signal boosters, something like a cloud lifter. A lot of people are using those with an SM7 anyway. And it's so nice to have that built into this preamp in that small 500 series form factor. I have my 500 series rack here that has come with me through multiple studios before I built BioSoul. I love how portable it is. I do on-location recording sometimes, and I'll bring my 500 series rack with me. And having something with so many features in it in a single 500 series slot is really, really awesome, really important. So let me just go through the basic features of it real quick, and I'll talk about how I have been able to leverage those along the way. So everything Hammock Hill makes has some basic stuff along the top. It has a polarity switch. It has a pad built in. It has phantom power built in. Then we have stepped gain here at the top. Everything Hammock Hill makes has a high pass filter built in, which I really, really love. I'm somebody that really likes to use compression on the way in, and being able to high pass a signal before you hit compression is really important. You know, so often those of us who are working mostly in the box kind of have lost the ability to really gain stage things well, and high passing something is really important to that. So I love that there is a fully variable high pass knob right here, and then an easy engage button where you can go in and out on that to quickly engage it or to A/B and see if you need it. If you're not high passing things that are not bass signals, start doing it. And then we get to the stuff that's unique to the L.O.G here. So we have that turbo button that I talked about, gives you 20 dB of gain. We have a Z switch right here, and that gives you a quick impedance switch, which is great for impedance matching. When it's out, you're at 1200 ohms. When you're in, you're at 6000 ohms, which is really awesome. You know, certainly great for impedance matching, but also I really love using impedance switches just to change the color of something, to change how it reacts. That can be really great on a variety of analog sources. So worth messing around with. And then we also have a really great color switch here too at the bottom. It says tap on it, and if you tap that, it changes the winding of the output transformer. And so you can switch between two different colors, and it's really great to hear the difference there. I'll actually just talk to you and change those real quick. So here is out one winding. And I had just engaged the tap, and now I'm talking to you on a different winding, and you can hear the color change instantly. Certainly that's going to make a bigger difference on something like I have a pair of L.O.Gs here and have used it on piano, and I love changing the color of my piano depending on the application of it, depending on the style of music of it. So I really love having that option. Also great, there are no built-in DI inputs on this, but you can easily use a passive DI, plug it right into here with a guitar, and I love being able to change the color of that as well. I think obviously, as is mentioned in the name, what makes the L.O.G special is how much gain you can put through it. But also you can use that turbo button for some really great saturation. So I could actually turn the gain down, engage that turbo just to get some extra saturation. And then the thing that I also really love that all the Hammock Hill preamps have built in is a volume knob here at the end. And so I think this is really an underappreciated feature that you can have on a preamp, is to be able to figure out how much gain you want independently of how much actual volume you want coming out of the preamp. And again, that's really important if you're hitting a compressor, so that you can change how much signal you're actually sending into that compressor. And I think it's really important, and I think Hammock Hill is happy to acknowledge the fact that as you turn up the gain on these preamps, the color of them changes. You do start getting some really nice saturation, and there are times that you want that, and there are times that you don't. And so if I want some of that saturation, but I don't want all of the signal, I can turn up the gain, turn down the output volume, and still get the correct gain staging that I need with that color and with that sound. So I love how versatile this is. It's really ideally paired with a dynamic microphone. Anything that you want to get this sound, get this isolation. I really love using dynamic mics, obviously, if I'm recording anything live, recording a lot of instruments in the same space. And this is just the perfect preamp for it, and also really, really sounds great on a variety of ribbon mics as well. So please go check out Hammock Hill Audio. This is the L.O.G, the Lots of Gaming preamp. And I'm making another video about their flagship preamp, the Pre-Q22. Stay tuned.